Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Cat's Garden, Kitchen, and More. I just want to come to you today and show you how to roast a Thanksgiving turkey. Or turkey any time of the year. So with that said, let's go over to my sink and I will show you how we do it. Okay, so I've had my turkey in the fridge for a little while. I'm thawing. I pulled it out, I believe, yesterday morning. And then it wasn't quite all the way unthawed, so I just put it into some cold water to finish unthawing. I'm taking the outside bag off and throwing that away. And what you want to do is you want to clean the inside out. Take pieces like the neck off and make sure that it's thoroughly cleaned and all of your heart and whatever else that's in there is out. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then I will come back and show you the next step. Okay, so now I've got my bird all cleaned up. I stuck it in the roasting pan. You can do this on a cutting board before sticking it in the roasting pan. It doesn't matter. I've done both. I will show you here. If you choose to, you can leave this on. I usually take mine out. I take any excess hanging skin, fat, whatever, off. I save the longest pieces because I'm going to tie the legs with them. And I save the neck, but I threw away the heart and the liver and some of the other things that comes in the little package. I'm not all about those. If you guys are, that's totally okay. I don't judge. But I saved these because they make really good bone broth. And I will use the carcass inside too after it's been cooked. You can just season it with salt and pepper if you choose to. Or you can put a nice little rub on it. And what I like to do is I like to grab some oil, just a tiny, tiny bit, rub it across the top of the bird, and we'll come over here and I'll grab the oil. I usually use olive oil, typically. And I just put a little across the top. Maybe half of a tablespoon, something like that. Rub that in all over. Now, if you're stuffing, you would stick the stuffing in the cavity, and I would leave the legs apart. But if you're not stuffing, I tie my legs together. So, but let me put this on. Let me get it all good and mixed. And we'll sprinkle that on. And what I've done, it's a tablespoon of sage, a tablespoon of thyme, half a tablespoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of lemon pepper. And you're just going to wrap this all over the top of this. Even get some on the wings. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands and then I'll come back and show you what we do next. Alright, so I've got my bird. I don't know if you can see that extra skin I took and I tied the legs together with it. You can also do it with twine. I have had some birds where I haven't had enough extra skin to do it with. But when I do, I choose to do it this way. And then I have, I don't know if you can see down in there, I have tucked the arms of the wings back down in. And I cleaned out my sink that it was in. It's super important that anything you touch with poultry, you are going to want to make sure that it is clean. I've got a cup of water here. I'm going to pour that water into the bottom. If you have a baster, you can from time to time take that baster and baste your turkey with it. If not, just grab a spoon, tilt it a little bit, and use that to baste your turkey with. It will keep it nice and moist. I usually, like I said, start out with a cup or two of water, depending on how big my bird is. And then you put it in the oven for 325 for 2 to 3 hours. Most turkeys that you buy in the store will come with this little thing here, and when it pops up, you know it's done. But they don't always pop up. And so what you want to do is make sure that you have a meat thermometer here, which I have, and it should read at least 180 or higher. And then you know it will be perfectly done. I will check it after the 2-hour mark, see where it's at, and depending on how close to being done it is, you know, another 30 minutes or so, I will take the lid off and let it kind of brown up. So with that said, let's get this in the oven and we will be back. And here is the finished product. I'm getting ready to cut it up and to enjoy it. And there will be videos coming up in the next couple of weeks on what to do with leftovers as well. Bye, my friends. Have a great rest of your evening.